Okay, we're starting this again. 5770 Roosevelt. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and big door. Yeah. Your guest coat closet. And that's the dump out for the drawers. Okay. Roller locker there. Boom. Very nice. All right. That's the front door straight ahead. Passes through to the formal. I don't know what's going on with these. But these probably, those don't open up there. These are standard. Okay. There's the basement. This is one of the back staircases. It's a full bath. And it's a center feed. And all the drains have been winterized right now. And there's your linen. Sorry. And then there's some pipe for the second floor. Water. Okay. We'll go up after we go up to the center. This is the inside of the porch. That's the bathroom window right there. And there's the other room. And that's a very 240-ish plug right there. So add something of power in there. But the floor's not spongy when I walk on it. Out here. Trap door to get underneath. Kitchen real quick. All kinds of storage everywhere in the old kitchen. There is a dishwasher. There is a garbage disposal. And then, of course, that's the outside wall with insulation on it. And to help keep the pipes from freezing. Because the incoming water is way at the back. It's a corner sink. There's the view from the sink. Older range. I haven't downdraft. Used to maybe had the microwave up there at one point, but they did it over there. And a very unique fixture that is barely hanging on with the island. Washer dryer. Used to have the closet bifolds on it, looks like, because that's the bifold hardware. down there. Yeah. And electric dryer, normal washing machine. There's a built-ins. This is we're facing the road right now, the main road, Route 2. And these are big, huge old pantry, just from the wear and tear on the doors. They've been grabbed on by cooking hands, hands that are dirty from cooking. And we have a double stack. That's unique. There's the front. Again, built in by the chimney. Another one. And then this is the foyer mudroom area, breezeway. It used to be a breezeway with this is the garage with the 2 car doors on it. I don't know if you can really tell. Sorry, there's no power in here. So I'd have to disconnect the garage doors to open them up. But there's an attic above. We'll get to that for storage. But it's fairly good-ish for how old the place is. And then this is a hole in the floor to a crawl space. Yeah, it's a crawl space. So, backyard where you saw before. And then that's not approved, but that's what you get with modifying an old house. All right, let me shut this here. Might have been the gun room, because there's some Henry and Ruger boxes that guns come in. And there's your 1 junction box. That's approved. Built-ins, paint and stuff. Yeah, so this was your mud room. You come out of your car, take off your dirty stuff, throw your dirty stuff everywhere, and then come into the kitchen. Right into here. So the floors were sanded, it looks like at one point, and they put some poly on them to make them spruce up quite a bit. ADT isn't working because there's no power, but you do have a surround system installed with really hi-fi, so you can jam out. I don't know where you access it, maybe in here. We got a trace there. It's probably on the other side, probably. Yeah, so you can have the TV or whatever's going on playing in the back here. Let's go up the front steps first. Back up. Lock it. Okay. So go back to the front. There's another heater. Spare TV. I'm trying to find those. They come in here. There they are. So there's the speaker wires for the kitchen, if you were wondering. So your entertainment system goes there. Current configuration. All right, up the steps. Don't need the flashlight here. The rest of that baluster there is down there, propped up. Saw that, but it's definitely broken. All right, so straight ahead, we have a full bath with standard layout of off and onage, winterized little crackage in the north-facing bath window. But good-ish plumbing. I mean, there's a little bit of residue at that top, but nothing's, I mean, that's a replacement on the valve. Looks like somebody Teflon that other one, so was evidence of leakage there. We have new wire coming up there. Yeah, there you go. New wire there. So you can have an GFCI outlet for hair drying and shaving or whatever. Okay. Yeah. So those new cabinets, not original to the house. So off to the right of the staircase is the bedroom with attic access up here with powers, lights, and the door. There's another access door for it, and that's the back staircase with a cedar closet, cedar lined, in this room, with another huge closet right there. And then you pass through to the front again. So there's the front steps. You need to go left, right, circle around to this one. So, pretty cool layout. This is to the over the garage and mudroom. Right. So that it's wicked hot back there. I don't want to go in there, but because I'm sweating already. But this is the back, which you can access from the garage as well. So this is the another attic storage area. This is a step up to get into this cabinet closet area with hidey hole. But I'm thirsty. Yeah, so stovepipe. This must be caps. Okay. Man, it is hot up here. That's dead ends. But that used to be where the stove was, and that looks like another hole to the pot down below. Appropriately stopped. Now we have the front bedroom. Another closet off to the right. And a big plaster ring for your magnificent light. And that's the front room. This is the other front room with a cedar lined closet. Nicely done. And there's a light switch in here. If the power was on, it would light the light that is right there. Yeah. Okay. There's a light fixture up there. Okay. And then there's another plaster ring on this. There's Route 2 in the front. And that's a converted gas light. I just know because I remodel old houses, but anyway, that's up here. Let's take a gander at the very, very here we go. Okay. Alright, there we go. Okay. So there's all kinds of storage up in here, and it's wicked hot. Just so you know. Very, very, very steaming hot. Okay. So I'm gonna go back down now. Last door. Nothing in here, so it's kind of shallow with a Heidi access panel hole there. Let's service the wash bathtub. So that's your bathtub access to get to the plumbing from that closet. All right, and this is a tile floor. Not original to the house, but it's a tile floor. Okay. Okay, so that's it for the 2 floors. I'm gonna go walk the property and I'll check back in with you. Okay, hopefully this works. Okay, so I'm at the corner and the line basically is straight ahead that way. Which heading is that in? So that's yeah, that's the road is over there in the house. This is the steepness of it. Here's the overgrown strand. I'm gonna try to find a place to jump across. But somebody muskrat. Somebody, huh? Okay. Where's that? Yeah, that's a little peninsula. A little bend in the creek. There, fuzz flood. Yeah, we're getting our feet wet, kid. We're getting our feet wet. We should go up to the truck and get the other boots. Or I just go through. Yep. Alright, let me check in with you after I go through this here. I don't want to get any of the electricals wet. It's fairly quiet and sandy in the brook, but I am on the line and it goes back up to that pine tree. I don't know if you can see that. Walk here on the tour along the brook and come up the other side. Hope I don't trip. There's 0 breeze right now. I am sweating. Before I called you, there was I looked at one of the trees in the bank and there's a cable strung up. Power cable to go out and around. It's strung over. It is wet down here. Where is that cable? Thought it was in here. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So you see the cable? I don't know if you can tell, but there's an outdoor power line, like outdoor under wire or under burial grade wire right there. and it's strung up. It goes out that way across the brook, and it comes from the house. And it's there's a outdoor power box, junction box on a tree, and it's tethered to that. Not where you see not that tree. That's an old, excuse me, that's an old windshield rubber gasket for a car. It's that tree right there. That's where the cable's coming from. And it comes down here and goes over there. So that would require my mud boots, which are in the truck and not on my feet. And I'd like to do it on a cooler day. So some erosion. Back. The water comes out of the hill. So go this way. Luckily. Yeah, it's like hiking on Mansfield. Perfect. A lot of people walk through here. Yep. Almost fell. Gravity's still working. Okay. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna have to go to the gym and do this. CrossFit. Okay. Here's that tree. So with the outdoor box. And, yeah. There's some there. And somebody had cable routed out there too. Watch TV or something. But yeah. Okay, let's back to the road. There's a little oil tank. Okay. I'm gonna go to the other property line. So the property continues from the across the street neighbors with bird feeders. I'm gonna put bird seed in there because the house has been vacant. But somebody's hung these bird feeders up across the street, probably. Anyway, I'll walk it over. The property line, as you know, goes along the road here. And then over to the vet clinic here. And behind it too. So this is part of the 16. So the mowing guys think it's theirs, but I showed you the screenshot. Anyway, there's looking back at the house, and the main house and the road, and then the other neighboring property. So that's a pretty good, let's say 5, just eyeballing it. It's easily 3 acres. That's in there. But count this piece behind it. And it's still off to the right here is still the ravine with the brook down below. All the way over to Milton. And somebody hung a thing over here. What's this? Oh, another wood bird box. Alright, this might be another spot to go down in. Yep. Alright. So, wicked more steeper. Anyhow, there is log value here. Mostly maple that I see, and of course there's some hemlock, but they're not quite that big. Although if you did have it, the forester comes and walks it and grades it, that's also a possibility to make some instant money back off of it to get this timbered, because that's a good value. Couple logs out of that one. 8, 10 footers. 1, 2, there's 3, possibly 3 good, huge 10 footers out of there. Yeah, maybe even veneer quality. But anyway, yeah. So this doesn't look all that bad. You definitely want the fellas with the chain extractor equipment. I forget what those are called, exact names, but they can extract all this stuff out of here pretty easy. Anyway, I don't want to walk down and back up again. I'm drenched. But hopefully this is a start. I can pick a colder day to walk out there early in the morning, and get this perimeter done if you want.